Trent tapped the badge twice when walking off after being interviewed by Sky, said Steve and Kevin. So on the Trent situation, look, if we're trying to be human about it and remove our own emotions for a moment, I can understand the release after the goal today. But what I would warn about is there are probably a growing number of Liverpool fans who feel that the hope of Trent staying has increased. I don't count myself in that, but my fear is that these people are going to be hurt even more so if he does eventually leave, and will feel more like their emotions have been toyed with. So, there's a lot of talk today after the game, and Arne Slot kind of wound me up a little bit. And I'm going to read out to you what Arne Slot said, and then you guys can tell me how you feel about it. So, speaking about it, and speaking about his future, he said, Arne said about Trent, the headline today should be the goal he scored and not about his contract. But what I can say is it would be ridiculous if someone argues his commitment for this club. The work rate he put in to be back today and make such an important goal, and all the work he's done for the club all over the years he's been here, nobody, in my opinion, can argue about his commitment to the club. The headline should be about his great goal and not his contract situation. Now, two things can be true at once. And whilst Arne Slot is right in that Trent has always been available for Liverpool, seemingly has worked very hard to be back available, to tell fans that we shouldn't be talking about his contract, I feel, is a piss take. He's right to say Trent worked hard and that goal today was important, and the headline should be about the goal. No point arguing with any of that. But again, telling Liverpool fans not to be concerning themselves with the contract situation, I don't understand what planet he's living on. Liverpool fans have every right to celebrate the goal. Trent has every right to be emotional about scoring the goal. But they also have every right to want to know what on earth is going on. Because I'm not talking about it isn't a good enough answer. That's my take on it. I think it's just, again, going to lead to more frustration. I'd love to sit here and say I really think Trent changed his mind and that moment today maybe will be a difference maker. But I don't. I feel like he's off. And I think most people feel like he's off. And I'm just done with it. If he had told us 2 months ago he was off, Arne wouldn't be getting these 50 questions. But whilst everybody's shutting up shop and saying nothing, of course it's natural that people are going to want to know and people are going to want to talk about it because they don't know what the hell is happening. Right, let's see how you guys are feeling. Trent wants to be a movie star, famous. It is what it is. Beckham did too. And again, no issues with that. I don't want to tell anyone what to do with their career. But I do think playing with fans' emotions is more important than people want to make out. Fans put a lot into supporting the team, emotionally, financially, and just constantly saying, I'm not talking about it, it's not acceptable, in all honesty, it isn't. And when you celebrate like you do, you take the shirt off, you celebrate, you run to the cop, you stand in front of them, you take the adulation, and then even in the interview afterwards, just no clarity on it. We were very lucky today, and I am sincerely grateful to Trent for the goal. I believe it was his first left-footed goal as well. But it doesn't change one damn thing about my opinion about him not fronting up to the situation. And you got Romano, by the way. I don't know if he's trying to wind us up. I really don't. But just before the game, you've got subject coming out from Romano saying the agreement between Trent and Real Madrid is yet to be completed in terms of signing, but verbally it's in the final stages, expected to be here we go. Now, why the fuck is Romano coming out with this? Just before a game again. Why is he fluffing Real Madrid so? Well, we know why he is, because of course he wants that sweet, sweet Florentino Perez love and money. But just fuck off, Romano, is my message to you, mate, on behalf of all Liverpool fans. We're still waiting for the Canade contract you told everybody was about to be signed. Not happened. You've been telling us that Trent's been on his knees begging Real Madrid, and yet still no contract signed. Either shut the fuck up, Fabrizio, or say what you have to say properly. But all of this nonsense is only winding us all up. And it needs to stop. And I don't care what anyone said. Romano has something against Liverpool in my eyes. He lauded the Caicedo stuff over us, and he's doing it again here. And he just needs to do on the greasy twat. Honestly, I'm so sick of him. What is he? He's just like a glorified rat. That's all Romano is. A big telltale who makes a living off breaking other people's stories or doing agents' bidding for them. And honestly, just He said he expected the here we go for the past month. Oh no! Over and over again. Over and over and over and over and over again, twerking for Real Madrid, posting stuff about Mbappe and all, like he's Mbappe's agent. It's so fucking cringe. He's like a little fanboy. It's weird. Trent hanging his Liverpool shirt. He's leaving 1,000%, said Rain. It just had to be Trent today to score that goal, didn't it? And it's, of course, left Liverpool fans with loads of questions, which, once again, Mr. Alexander-Arnold refuses to answer. But we'd have been lost without the goal today. So I am a very happy fan in that regard that we got the win. And the Here We Go t-shirts. I know, 50 quid for a picture of his tweet. I mean, I've always said this about Romano. I've said this for years. I don't know what he is other than a glorified rat. Because he serves no purpose to the world of football. I don't like him. I've never liked him. I've never liked what he stood for. I've never liked the monetization of the way he's gone about it. I'm just fed up of him. And I've always felt like he's got something against Liverpool. It was Costas who put Trent's shirt on the corner flag. There you go. Actually, on Costas, he had some lovely words to say about Trent. He said, "What a player. As a human being, he's an exceptional lad. I love him so much. He deserves it. All the time he was out, he worked so hard to be back." And look, genuinely, that is nice to hear. It's nice to hear that he's thought of that highly. It's nice to hear from the manager and from players how hard Trent worked to be back available. And, you know, if he didn't work that hard and he wasn't available off the bench today, who knows what way that game would have gone. So, absolutely, well done for working so hard to get back, and well done for the goal today. You know, I call it as I see it, and that was the difference maker in the game. Him leaking stuff about the Ballon d'Or was terrible, said Morgan C. That's what I'm saying. All the lad does is take whatever money comes his way and whatever agent's greasy nonsense they want spouted, and he puts it out there. And he twerks for Real Madrid like some weird little fanboy. And I find it all very strange. Cal said, "Craig, me again, just saying he's staying." It genuinely worries me, Cal. Because there are a lot of Liverpool fans who do probably have their hopes up now that Trent stays. And I think, in a weird way, it will only increase the hurt and the backlash when he announces he's going, if indeed that's what happens. So, you know, most people feel like he's going and maybe nothing has changed there. But there are some very optimistic people who try to look for any indication that he's staying. And that's totally understandable. It's human nature to want to look for positive things. But then your expectations go up and the hurt increases if he announces he's going. And that then will lead to a bigger backlash. And then that will lead to Liverpool fans being vilified as overreacting or being toxic. And it will never come into consideration with the media or with anybody that the fans feel like they've been played with emotionally.